hits the road to work. Alright. Okay, friends. It's crunch time. Read 3 articles from Friday. ROTC Army ROTC training presentations given that fundamentalist extremism awareness. Number 1 terrorist threat to the United States military is the Evangelical Christian. Well, you can guess this got Army chaplains and brass kind of upset. You can imagine, because whether they realize it or not, the government, that is, the secular government realizes it or not, at least half of the United States military is represented by the Evangelical Christian. So you can imagine this set some alarm bells ringing. Listed among the threats on a lower level are also Catholics and Mormons and Al-Qaeda and KKK. One of the other deals was sovereign citizens or something like that. I can't remember. But I will do my best to post links to the articles in the information part of the video. My point is this. The time for blissful ignorance is over, friends. I've been saying this for a while, but it became very disconcerting, one might say, to see that the United States military is being trained to treat Christians, particularly evangelical Christians, as a terrorist threat. The government needs a political scapegoat, but more than that, these evil people are afraid of us. They have every reason to be afraid of us because we represent the King of the universe. Okay? So they have every reason to be afraid and to hate us because, well, we may not be perfect. But we represent the old paradigm, and they know we will not go along with the New World Order. So, wake up. It's crunch time. This is the day of your testing. And we're going to find out where the rubber hits the road, who the real Christians are. Because, in my view, the word Christian has no meaning. It is an empty word. It's about as empty a word as love in this secularized Western culture. They have no meaning. The words have no meaning. When you be telling somebody I love you, you might as well be telling them a cheese sandwich. I cheese sandwich you. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Well, I'm a Christian. What does that mean? I mean, you've got a Christian warming the pew showing up because I think I'm doing God a favor. And then you've got born again hardcore, covered in the blood of the Lamb Christian, out there every day talking about the gospel. And what is the gospel? I don't think half Christians know what the real gospel is. Go out and make disciples. No, but what do you do first? The message of the kingdom, the gospel, the message of the kingdom is repent! Repent! For the kingdom of heaven draws nigh. And judgment begins in the house of God. Wake up, sleepyhead. Wake up. Get out of bed. Get up. Get your face on the floor. Because if you don't do it now, heads will roll. And I do literally mean heads will roll. This is your final warning. You got 2 minutes. In other words, get busy praying or get busy dying. If you're not standing with God, you're standing outside. And I will tell you, that's a very dangerous place to be. Don't really have much to say beyond that. Just remember, now is not the time to be afraid. Now is the time to stand up and be bold in your faith. And be willing to die for your faith, because I can tell you, they are more than willing to kill you for it. So don't be afraid. Earn your crown. Earn your crown. These are the days in which men's faith will be tested. I look forward to seeing you all on the other side, and I pray I do see you when the smoke clears. I just saw 2 kids walking to school. Really just a precious, precious image. Little boy and his little sister. She didn't look like she wanted to go to school. She looked like she was about to cry. Her older brother took her, wrapped his arm around her, comforted her, said, "Come on, let's go." And they walked on to school together. That was just precious. Will we have the open faith of little children? I pray we do. I tell you. I saw my parents last night, and they started to give me a hard time about the fact that I'm open with my children about the days that we live in. And they're saying, oh, well, you know, they're just children. You should let them be children and let them have their childhood. I'm sorry. Those are not the days we live in. And I don't know which is worse. To let my children know the days we live in, and that they might lose us, that we might be taken away by authorities, and they be left orphans while we go to prison, that they may become wards of the state, that it could happen that they live with their grandparents, but it's not likely. So that if the day comes, they would have been prepared for it. Or to let them go on blissfully ignorant and have the shock of that experience hit them without any warning or any kind of heads up. Which is worse? I think I have an obligation and a responsibility to my children to let them know that we live in dark and dangerous days, and that they should have faith in the Creator, that He will neither leave them nor forsake them, even if their parents should be taken from them. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we should all just continue to go on blissfully and ignorantly as if nothing is going on around you, as if this bubble culture is going to last forever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should just let everybody get hurt as hurt can be by what's coming down. And we'll continue to lie to ourselves and continue to deny that this stuff is going on right in our faces. Yeah? Does that sound like a good idea? Does that sound like a faithful and good steward? Oh, well, you know, they're scared and, you know, they're having bad dreams. They should be having bad dreams. They should be a little bit scared. They should know what's going on. These are people. They're little people. And I, for one, don't want my children wondering why the authorities took their parents away when they did nothing wrong. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a terrible tragedy that I stole my children's childhood, and that, you know, they should just be able to go on blissfully and ignorantly, not knowing their left hand from their right. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.